I'm in love, I'm in love. I don't even care how many cans of hairspray had to die. She brought it, she brung it, she brang it, she bring it. Hey MsMojo fans, it is Sam here to recap the second episode of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 5. Now, because I'm going to be getting into specifics of the episode, a spoiler alert is in effect. And we finally got our graphic ready, so we will be ready at the end with the scoreboard. You guys ready? Let's get into it. This week's challenge is the Girl Group Challenge with two special guest judges, one being the amazing singer Madison Beer, who appeared on Celebrity Drag Race for those of you who remember. The second judge being one of the loves of my life, Tessa Thompson, bisexual icon.
Who was your very first celebrity crush?
Toss-up between Jessica Rabbit and Jeff Goldblum.
Ooh.
Iconic, the king of Asgard. I was watching Men in Black International before, just because I needed something I could turn off halfway through to watch Drag Race. Now, let's get into it. Since India won last week, she gets to pick her two biggest competitors who end up being the leaders of the other two girl groups. So she picks Shea and Blair St. Clair. I think we all see Shea as one of the top competitors. No surprise there. A little surprise over Blair.
Oh. Okay.
I know she's one of my favorites, but seeing as it's a girl group challenge, Blair does seem to be at an advantage with her music career. So we'll see how that goes. On India's team, we have India, Alexis Mateo, and Jujubee. I'd call that a powerhouse, although India does seem to be the weak link there. On Blair St. Clair's team, we have Blair St. Clair, Miz Cracker, and Mayhem Miller. Cracker and Mayhem getting into a bit of stuff where, oh no, they just had a little bit of history on season 10.
I'm not taking no chances with Cracker this time around. I gotta make sure that I do my job and shine.
And then finally, Team Shea Coulee has Mariah, Balenciaga, and ONGINA to join the amazing Shea. We got a lot of different vibes in the recording. It's a classic process of sometimes it looks like they're gonna do well, sometimes they're trying to fake us out. We'll see how it goes. We get to the stage. The song is I'm in Love. They're talking about their celebrity crushes. Everyone picks one. We have some comedy ones. We have some real ones. We have India trying to pick her husband or pick her fiance.
I'm in love with my fiance. His name is RJ and nothing can take him away.
Now, Team India starts off really strong with Alexis Mateo. Her celebrity crush is Daddy Yankee.
I'm in love with
Daddy Yankee. He's my man, he's my Bobby. When he sing reggaeton, I get really happy.
I love this performance. She brought the energy, she brought the comedy, she brought the choreography.
Every time I see him, I get sassy. Got me nervous and really gassy.
Then Jujubee came in. Her celebrity crush was John Stamos, Uncle Jesse of Full House fame.
Watch the hair.
She has an amazing line.
taking off my blouse. Please fill up my house.
She even shouted out India Farah to the judges for helping her with that line. So we see what a pro Jujubee is.
Yes, ma'am, I want to go to that church.
I actually got help from India for that lyric.
Her strong voice, kind of that nasally Jujubee quality, she nailed it. And then it came to India Farah, the group leader, and I wasn't loving it. There wasn't a lot of rhythm in the Justin Timberlake.
I'm in love with
Justin Timberlake.
Especially in a team with Alexis Mateo and Jujubee, there was definitely a weak link there, and it was the team leader, unfortunately. So next we have Team Blair St. Clair. I do declare. It starts off with Miz Cracker's verse. Now, Miz Cracker, her celebrity crush was Sylvester Stallone, making Creed references to the judges panel that includes Tessa Thompson of that very franchise's fame. For as much flack as she gets over being a perfectionist, she nails that perfectionism. Miz Cracker does seem to be getting into her own head a little bit in this competition. She was very early on in the episode, for no reason, talking about how she wanted to eliminate ONGINA, who was not in the bottom and could not have been eliminated.
Where did that come from? Cracker wants to put my name on a lipstick with white out. Okay, first of all, you're not Ben de la Creme and you wish you were.
Mayhem's verse was great. Not my favorite of the night, but definitely in the safe territory. A little bit of auto-tune, but hey, they all had it. And then we got to Blair St. Clair, whose celebrity crush is Hannibal Lecter. I thought Blair really showed who she is in this competition. She's a singer, she can dance. It was hilarious, well sung, well executed, well choreographed. She's cute as hell. Full points from me.
He'll look at me with hunger in his eyes. I'm the whole damn snack, just serve my heart with a side of fries.
Then we had the final group, group Shea Coulee. They showed ONGINA and Mariah kind of struggling in the recording session. Shea Coulee, they did not show her, so we're not sure what's gonna happen yet, but she was a little nervous for her group.
I am looking at both of my teammates and how they've done so far, and all I can think is, Shea, you in danger, girl.
They come on. Great choreography. They seem to be the tightest group dance-wise. Everyone saw that in rehearsal as well. They just nailed it. I'm in love. I'm in love.
I'm in love with
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill. Sorry, ONGINA. I love you, but girl, you been hanging out with Miss Rona? ONGINA just picked a bad day to get strep throat. I don't know, man.
Cavill, he's my Superman, we flying.
If you lose your voice on the Singing Week challenge, you might be in the bottom. I liked how they all picked superheroes in this one.
He is my Aquaman. I take his trident how I can.
Especially with Tessa Thompson, aka Valkyrie, as one of the judges.
Transfer the units.
They had Superman, Aquaman, which apparently Mariah Balenciaga did not know was Aquaman, and then the Black Panther himself, T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman. After ONGINA and Mariah, we get Shea Coulee, who, after a shaky performance in the first week, finally arrives to the competition.
I'm in love with
Chadwick Boseman. Oh yeah, girl, he's my boo. The mother-tucking Black Panther. What you gonna do?
There is no denying after this Shea performance that she is the one to beat. She was spitting fire. She was doing great choreography. They were all doing great choreography, but her as the leader, you could really tell she was taking charge. So far in the song, I had thought Blair St. Clair was probably the front runner in this competition, but they saved the best for last. Shea Coulee comes in and slays it on the verse.
He's the king and I'm his queen. I'm dreaming about what kind of life we'll lead.
Then we get to the runway. Category is Love the Skin You're In. So we get a lot of flesh tones, we get a lot of skin colors. We start off with India Farah. She's got this really nice dress. I found it had a really nice cut. It had a message of unity, which I think came across even before she explained it. And I thought it was a really interesting and beautiful choice for her. Next up, we had Jujubee. I thought she looked gorgeous. The other girls were talking about how her dress didn't hit the floor. I don't know. I love the silhouette. The shape was great. Jujubee looking expansive. Mwah. Oh my God. Yeah, that Mae West hair with like the, is it pink? Is it beige? Is it beige pink? I love it. Yeah, I think fuchsia would be a good, I'm thinking of a fuchsia pun. She is back to the fuchsia with this one. Next up we have Alexis Mateo. I like the shape of this. I like the layers. I like the tone of it. I really liked her hair too. All of these wigs, all these updos, all this hair is looking great this runway, and living for it, sickening. And so after Alexis Mateo, we had a Blair St. Clair, who I thought had a really creative take on it. The judges were a little split. Michelle didn't like it. Some of the others did. I thought she came out and did something different. So rather than love the skin you're in, she did what she felt was the feeling inside of her. And I thought it looked really beautiful. I thought it was a really good concept. Head to toe, the colors were just on point. The runway was great. Blair St. Clair, with that performance and this runway, was definitely a front runner in my book. We still had our other front runner to come. We'll get to it. My top 4 prediction at the moment is Juju, Shea, Alexis, Blair. Miz Cracker, the Jewish American princess that she is, future predicting fashion of having a sneeze guard mask in front of herself. As always, it's on point, it's precise, she knows what she's doing. And she seemed to have fun with how much fun she wasn't having on the runway. Just like the scowl and the frown, and you could tell that she was like playing the character. I loved it. Mayhem Miller coming out, got that rain on me memo. She is dripping in something. Can you give me an opinion on this one, Alex? Because all the components are in place. It's got a really nice figure. It's snatched. It's got things dripping off of it. It might work better in person or in performance. Didn't quite feel up to the level of some of these other runways here. Get her a towel. And then the incredible Shea Coulee. Oh, Shea Coulee just took the most conventional interpretation and went all out on it. She had the nude illusion. She was sparkling. She had the afro. She had the neck rings. She was very literally embodying black excellence. I thought Blair could have won, but once Shea walked out on this runway, it was no contest at that point. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Dead. I'm dead. Then we go to ONGINA with a take on a traditional Filipino costume. I liked it. Her walk didn't seem that comfortable in it, but it was definitely fancy. It was regal. She was elevated. Next up to the stage, we have Mariah, Paris, France, Tokyo, Milan, Balenciaga. And she's looking elegant. This is just a great look, top to bottom. She doesn't feel the need to go for a creative interpretation on the look. She just executes the look perfectly. An amazing silhouette, an amazing makeup job. Mariah pulls out the runway this week for sure. But there must be a top, there must be a bottom. So let's get to it. So the safe queens are Alexis Mateo, Miz Cracker, and Mayhem Miller. They get to go backstage and kiki while the rest of them sweat it out. The bottom is the 3 early season queens, ONGINA, Mariah, and India. The top this week is Shea Coulee, Jujubee, and Blair St. Clair. Definitely some of the strongest performances we saw. But the winner of this week's challenge is, no surprise, the amazing Shea Coulee. My God, she slayed. This could be one of our top 10 looks for the season. I'm sure it'll go down in some of her most iconic looks. And so Shea wins, has the opportunity to win that $20,000, also the responsibility to pick one of the bottom 3 queens to go home. Bottom queens each have to make their case. ONGINA right away, mirroring what Miz Cracker was saying earlier in the episode, kind of gives the impression that she doesn't want to be there or doesn't think she deserves to be there.
You don't have to deliberate with me because these 2 does not deserve to go home at all tonight. This is not me giving up, this is the fairest thing to do.
You can't give them a reason to send you home. So we see that Kiki go down backstage. We go back to the stage to reveal who is lip syncing against Shea Coulee. Now I know we were all waiting for Sasha Velour to come out. Unfortunately, not this week. We can still hope. We can still hope. Imagine Shea Coulee rose to the occasion. Rose, like petals. You might have to put in me explaining my joke to make it funny there. Anyway, Shea Coulee is up against our lip sync assassin, Miss Alyssa Edwards, the dancing queen herself. We get some Pointer Sisters, Neutron Dance, and even right away when I saw Alyssa trying to play off Shea's energy and Shea just push her to the side like, nah girl, this is my stage, I think we knew who was taking it. It was a really good lip sync. It was really entertaining. Obviously, in the end, our amazing queen, Shea Coulee, comes through with it. She had all the momentum this week. Through her verse, through her runway, through her lip sync, in just that time, won the same amount of money as the entire season 1 winner, Bibi Zahara Benet. Shea Coulee gets to choose who is leaving this week, and she chooses ONGINA. This is unsurprising. Winning isn't everything, but wanting to is, and ONGINA did not seem like she wanted to win here, unfortunately. We love you, ONGINA. Hate to see you go. Désolé. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. That brings us to our leaderboard. We're doing the point system a little differently this time. We're still gonna give 1 point for being in the top, 2 points for winning the challenge, but we're gonna give an extra half point if you win the lip sync for your legacy. And we're also gonna give half points for mini challenges this season. We'll see how that goes. It's a little more complicated. It's gonna be fun though. Being in the bottom is still gonna get you -1 point, but since nobody's lip syncing for their life, there's not gonna be any -2 points in a week. In first place is Shea Coulee with 2.5 points. Tied for second are Jujubee and Blair St. Clair, each with 1.5 points. Behind them are India, Alexis, and Miz Cracker, each tied with 1 point. And bringing up the rear are Mayhem and Mariah with -1 point each. So that is it for us this week. Be sure to let us know in the comments what were your favorite moments, performances, runways. There was a lot to love this episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, hit that button, all those good things so you make sure you get the notifications to be here with us every week. We're gonna be here every week recapping it. Me and Alex behind the scenes. As always, you can follow us on Instagram at MsMojo. You can follow me on Instagram at TheBDZ or on Twitter at BDZ. Eliza used to take this line, so I'm a little awkward with it. But I'll see you guys next week. Till then, bye.